What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Millennial Mind. This is going to be episode 5, and I have my friend back, Ron, from
It's
vacation.
good to
We're
be back.
yeah, wondering when he was going to get back. And as you can see, we have a background now. I had a comment about my Deadpool stuff over, I think it was on our TikTok. They wanted to see a bunch of the Deadpool stuff from my last guest. So here's all the Deadpool stuff that I have. This is like a quarter of it. So got some figurines over here, and back here we got some backdrop Deadpool stuff there. Hence the red and black, everything. But mostly all my Deadpool stuff is over there. For anyone that wanted to know, I saw your comments. Don't worry about it. Here's some stuff that I could bring down. Once we get a bigger studio, I might maybe even move all my Deadpool stuff in there. But for now, this is what you get. So you were on vacation.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's really cool, by the way, that Hugh Jackman agreed to do the next movie with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be an
That's gonna be-
amazing. We can talk about that. Have you seen the
Sure.
photos?
I've seen the photos.
All right, let's.
Yeah, it's and I didn't realize that they're within 1 inch of each other. Hugh is
Yeah,
actually 1 inch taller than Ryan.
yeah.
Way too
Hugh
tall.
is Hugh is 6'3",
6'3", and Ryan's
6'2".
6'2".
Yeah, Ryan 6'2".
Hugh is way too tall to play Wolverine, really, but
Yeah, Wolverine. I
he,
think in the comics he's what 5'9", 5'10".
he's short.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's short little
but I
thing.
think Hugh did a really good job of
Yeah.
owning the character and
Oh man,
rebranding
that
who it is.
that is Wolverine, man. I don't
Yeah,
care who you think anyone else can play Wolverine. That's Wolverine. But
yeah.
tell us about your vacation, man. Where'd you go?
Well, it started off. My buddy, who was actually also my best man in my wedding, was having his birthday, and he lives in Long Beach Island, New Jersey. So we drove up there. Um, we could have flown, but then if you see something that you want to stop and look at, the pilot's not very friendly about stopping the plane like that. So anyway, then we came down through the Shenandoah National Park, long drive, and we stopped at Luray Cavern, and we stopped at Skyline Caverns. I've been passing those for the last several years, and every time I see them, I want to stop there. I want to look in them, but we never had time. So this
Yeah,
time we made
y'all
time.
made some time.
Made some time,
That's
and it was
awesome,
awesome.
man.
So
That's great.
that's pretty much, I took a lot of great pictures.
I
Um,
know, man. I saw the Facebook feed. It was like 12 pictures every
yeah.
3 hours. I
Well,
liked watching them though. I liked seeing the scenery, man. I thought it was very beautiful, very
I was
nice.
amazed. This is a Samsung Galaxy Ultra, whatever, 20,
I think you're on 20. You have
20.
23.
I
I
got the
got the 20.
23.
Yeah, I have the 22. You have the
But
23.
the clarity of the pictures and the colors in the pictures down in this
Oh,
dark cave was amazing. I was
yeah.
just like, wow. I didn't expect them to be that good.
Well, I mean, this is kind of what I started with
Mhm,
doing film stuff, but it was
mhm.
like the Galaxy S. I think at that time I was like 9 when I started
Yeah.
filming with the phones. But other than that, yeah, man, these are excellent.
How
But
is that little sensor able to do
yeah.
nearly as good as a regular mirrorless camera? Or it's
Oh,
like,
dude, yeah, it's crazy. But we can go ahead and talk about. I do want to talk about the movies and stuff like that. So I want to pull up.
oh, by the way, I saw Indiana Jones a couple of nights ago. I was
Oh
really
man, I
impressed.
want to talk about that
Yeah,
too. I do want to talk about that. But
I could not believe how they youthified um, uh, Indiana Jones for the younger look. It's
yeah,
just like Harrison Ford. It was amazing. It's like it was flawless.
yeah, they did a really good job on that. You know who they got to do that, right? There was this guy on YouTube a while back that he's the one that redid the Luke Skywalker CGI.
Oh yeah. Okay,
And everyone was like, "Bro, you did a better job than Disney." Right.
I
That so they have him now for the deep fakes like that.
I
He's
did
hired that.
not realize that.
Yeah.
He's amazing. He's amazing. What I
Yep.
want to know is, did they use Harrison Ford as the actor underneath the
No.
No, I didn't think so, because he was
No.
moving too young.
Yeah, they showed who was it? I don't think it was the dude for who played him in Han Solo. It wasn't him, it was another dude. Almost pretty spot on,
Mm-hmm.
you know, as far as facial features, but it was some other dude, and then they just had motion graphic stuff on his face,
Capture. Yeah.
get motion capture on his face and stuff like that. So
Well,
what do you?
even Harrison's voice though sounded younger.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah. So that's the high res picture, man. I was able to actually grab one. What do you think? You know, this that suit right there is from
oh yeah,
the
that's the
two
iconic
the
yellow. Yeah,
iconic
it's like,
2000. I think that's the Josh Whedon suit or something like
that's
that.
well, that's the suit that they joked about in the previous one of the previous Wolverine movies. That
Yeah,
joked about a yellow suit.
it was but that suit that he had in the Wolverine, that one was a little bit like more mustard yellow.
Uh,
Kind of it looked more for movie, like it was a darker yellow. This one, this bright yellow, is pretty much like comic book accurate. It's pretty bright yellow. It's a little bit darker blue than the actual suit in the comics. A little bit darker.
yellow, you mean?
No, darker blue. So the his right here,
Oh, okay.
that's darker
Oh,
blue. The sides or whatever, that's dark
I
blue.
thought that was black.
No,
Okay.
it's actually blue. And see,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. And in the comics, you notice it's like a blue, or almost like close to like the
Right, right.
baby blue. And then
I wonder if his headpiece is going to have the great big wings.
I think it. I don't think it's gonna be that big. I
Uh-huh.
think it's gonna be more of like kind of like a little, like, you know, it's gonna be there, but I think it's gonna be like, you know, not too far out the black wings on the side. I think they're gonna be maybe 3 inches, 4 inches out. I don't think they're gonna put the full, you know, have like 7, 8 inches, you know, flying out like that. But they also made Deadpool suit a little bit brighter. Now I
Uh-huh.
think they did that for the motion capture. I think it's gonna be darker. This is, you know, raw. So maybe these suits in post production are, you know, the color correction and stuff like that. Maybe it is going to be darker and we're going to actually see, you know, the dark suit. But I think they're trying to stick it to more comic book accurate in this movie. And
Well,
did you see the list of people that are going to be in this movie?
no.
I
Oh,
mean, Spider Man No Way Home, eat your heart out. Dead
okay.
serious. So the plot for this one is Deadpool kills the Fox universe. So all the X-Men from the 2000s and
Ah.
stuff like that are going to be in this movie.
Oh, that's funny.
So the plot is that Wanda transfers to the 616 universe mentally because she
Mhm.
dies in the MCU universe. She dies at the end of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of
Right,
Madness,
right.
right?
Hmm.
But her conscience travels to the Wanda of the 616, which had the kids.
Hmm.
You know, that one? And that's where the X-Men are, is in that universe. Hence why that universe, Wanda doesn't show any powers. She doesn't do anything. She just lives a normal life because she doesn't want to be attacked by the mutants. This is my theory. This is my theory. And what happens is, you know how Deadpool had the time thing from Cable, right?
Right. So he could go back and change
Yeah.
all the people that died and
Yeah. So the theory is, you know how he went back and he like killed his old self and
yeah,
stuff like that with Wolverine.
the self that didn't have the mouth.
Yeah. So what happens is he does that and he starts messing with these timelines. The TVA comes and captures him at the beginning of the movie
Ah,
and is like, "Oh, since you like going through time so much and doing this, blah blah, we have a job for you, and if you don't do it, we're pretty much gonna lock you up, and you're never gonna be able to get out ever again." So Magneto runs that 616 universe,
uh-huh.
and he got all the mutants together and are fighting against the humans.
Okay.
And so they want Deadpool to take control of that universe and like kill that universe.
Ah. Well, I wonder if they do that. I wonder if they're gonna have Loki in there somewhere
Oh,
because
I'm pretty sure.
he's in the TBA. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And so he actually jumps around timelines trying to grab a Wolverine in different eras. So
hmm.
it's been confirmed Hugh Jackman plays like 4 or 5 different Wolverines.
Ah,
And the Wolverine that agrees to help Deadpool is this Wolverine, which is the 616 Wolverine that didn't join Magneto or
okay.
Professor X. He kind of went rogue. And so when Deadpool gets to him and is like, "Hey, we got to take this universe out. Are you here to help me? That Wolverine is like, okay, good to go. Now, of course, they showed some fighting scenes and stuff like that. Man, it was actually
Okay.
pretty cool. Some raw footage of them fighting. And, of course, it's slow motion and, stuff like that. But I think it's going to be.
Well, Deadpool's going to really give Wolverine a hard time over that yellow suit.
Oh, yeah, he's going to do something, man. And then like I said, they have Cyclops coming back from that X-Men universe. They have Jean Grey, the girl that lady that played Jean Grey. She's going to be there. Professor X going to be there. Sir Ian, whoever, the Magneto, he's going to be there. Oh man, it's just Storm. Storm's gonna Halle Berry. Halle Berry's coming back in there, and so it's pretty much gonna be like that universe of X-Men.
So, Famke Janssen is gonna be in there.
Who did she play?
She was the one that played the one that you just mentioned. You said the
Jean Grey.
Jean Grey, yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't know her name.
Okay,
that was I don't know how to pronounce it. I have the name in my head, but I don't know how to pronounce her name. How is it?
Then they had one of Famke Janssen.
Famke Janssen.
Yeah, and she was also in a 007 movie.
Yes.
So
yeah, that's her.
So then the younger one is played by a Jonas wife.
Yeah, the girl from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
great actress.
I wonder if they're going to have both of them in there.
No, I think it's just going to be Famke. Yeah,
Famke.
Famke. I think she's going to be the only one that's in there. But
well, I tell you, when she was in the 007 movie, I had a little crush on her, but
she's a pretty girl.
She never paid attention to me.
Oh, she's a nice girl. But yeah, so man, I'm excited for that. So that's going to be really, really cool.
So when Hugh retires from this, I thought he already had.
I don't think he is. I think he's doing 2 more movies.
Cool.
Because he joins
at some point they're going to have to replace him as an actor. And I don't know how they're going to do that.
I don't know, man.
So he's so great in that role.
Yeah. I don't know who they would even get. I mean, I've seen some actors, I don't know their names. They just had a face and kind of like makeup to Wolverine with hair and stuff, and they're like, okay, like he could pass, like he could pass, but man,
but nobody's Hugh.
No, because according to plot leaks, he stays with Deadpool at the end of the movie. So I think he's probably going to do 2 more. I think he's going to do another Deadpool and then 1 more with something, and I think that's going to be it.
I wonder if they're bringing Cable back.
No, Cable won't be in there.
Okay.
So that plot leak is Ryan Deadpool fixed the time jump thing without Cable knowing, did all that stuff, and then when Cable saw him in Deadpool 2, they don't show it, but the plot is that he tells Cable, I can return you back to your family. And so he returns Cable to his timeline and then leaves with the time thing. So Cable returns back. Domino's not going to be in it. Neither the lady that played Domino. There wasn't really a lot of backlash of her. I think she did a pretty good job. I wouldn't mind that actress playing, but I wanted like Domino. Like I wanted the white and black Domino. I was really, really, really excited for that. And when they showed her, I was like, okay, not against anything of the actress, but I was like, that's not Domino. Like, she didn't have the black patch. It was white. She wasn't white. She was black. Like, she didn't have her long black
swap on her.
Yeah, they did. She didn't have the long black straight hair. They put a fro on her. I'm like, but it has nothing against the actress. Like, it's like, why can't you guys just stick to the characters?
I don't know why they want to do gender swaps and race swaps with so many main characters.
That's exactly.
You've got defining characteristics, and you want to take them away, like Mary Jane in Spider-Man. I'm sorry, Mary Jane had red hair and she was a supermodel. Not a Latin girl, not a Hispanic girl, whatever.
Well, not only that, I mean,
she's a great actress. I
like
her
as
an actress.
Zendaya. Yeah,
couldn't she have played a different role, not Mary Jane?
Well, she actually is not Mary Jane. Her name is It's not. It's MJ, but it's not
Uh-huh.
Mary Jane. It's something Johnson.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So
I
she's
didn't realize
actually,
that.
yeah, she's not really Mary Jane. And in No Way Home, uh, what's his name? Spider Man, Andrew Garfield Spider
Uh-huh.
Man tells Tom Holland Spider Man like she was my MJ.
Mm.
So he never really says Mary Jane. He just says
Okay.
MJ because that's how they know
See,
Zendaya is MJ.
I should have worn my Trust Your Tingles shirt.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh
trust
well,
your
I
tingle.
didn't. Yeah. So,
So yeah, her
so
name is not Mary Jane. She says it in part one. They go, MJ, come here. And she goes, it's not MJ. It's uh, something Johnson.
I didn't catch that. Huh.
Yeah, yeah. In
Notice that.
Homecoming, in Homecoming.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's not
So
Mary Jane. So
maybe
that's
some.
why I did. That's why I really wasn't like I didn't care about it because she's not Mary Jane.
Well, I wonder. But they generally don't take the Spider-Man movies much beyond high school,
No, that's true.
which is kind of sucky because there's so many great stories along the way.
That's true. There's a
But
lot.
yeah. Anyhow.
Anyways, okay. Well, I mean that was
So.
nice. I like talking about that, especially
Oh
when it comes
yeah.
to Deadpool. And I ordered my suit. It should be here in
Yeah.
September.
Okay.
Be
Cool.
It's gonna be. Oh man.
Not in time for Halloween though.
Yeah,
Oh,
September, October.
September. I thought you said
Yeah,
December for some reason. September. Yeah.
it
In
will
time for
be,
Halloween.
and I will do a podcast in it. Full suit, swords, everything. It looks
Maybe
just like that.
maybe I'd have dressed as Wolverine. That would
Oh, that'd be
really
cool.
blow it. You know,
No,
6
David said
months.
he was gonna dress as Wolverine. Look, it says it right here. Right, look. He says, David, okay, I'll be Wolverine. And
Ah.
I said, we got Halloween this year together, so now you better stick to your word and get a costume. And he goes, where is it? And I sent him a picture. So this is the costume that I ordered.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Yeah.
Pretty cool,
So
huh?
yeah. So have you been following the big game of Clue? The
Clue.
Clue, yeah, the old Clue.
I remember the
they
game.
did
Yeah.
it in the library with a monkey wrench.
Yeah.
But they changed it now. It was Hunter in the library with a rolled up dollar bill, or maybe a bimbo, and
Oh,
it was
God.
Kamala near the VP limousine with so every day they're giving us a new suspect and a new location, and it's just like this great game of Clue. So now there's the Secret Service is
Oh,
supposed to
man.
come out and tell us where it was really found. And I'm thinking, you could have done that before, because surely the guy, his name's not Shirley, but surely the guy who found the cocaine remembers where he found it.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, he's an idiot, right? Gee, look, I got this baggie of cocaine. I really wish I remembered where I picked it up. So, and they've got video cameras all over the White House,
And we haven't
so they
seen
know
one video.
they know exactly who did it, and they're lying to us. That's not a conspiracy theory.
No, that's facts. That's facts.
Yeah.
That's fact. And my buddy on the last podcast, he said, yeah, so now they're calling it the White House.
Yeah, the White House, or the Christmas White House.
Yeah. Snow house.
Back in the, what was it, the 80s, that they had the snowmobile in the 80s, which was the car that they used in Back to the Future, the DeLorean.
Oh, DeLorean. Yeah.
They called it the snowmobile because the creator of the car funded part of the company with cocaine. So this goes way back to the 80s.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, keep talking about it. I want to hear this.
No, that's pretty much it. John DeLorean was up on charges for distribution of cocaine, and he was using that to fund the DeLorean automobile. So the big joke, all the media was calling it the snowmobile. Now we have they should have a DeLorean as the presidential limousine now, because that's the snowmageddon at the White House.
Yeah, I really cannot believe that happened.
Oh,
I mean,
do.
it's
You got Hunter Biden going into the White House. Of course he's going to leave stuff laying around.
And did you see that video of him like go. He was freaking out for some reason. Like he was on the top of the White House and they were filming, and he's like, like, and people trying to talk to him. It's like, what the heck? And then you see Joe Biden. She's like sitting on the edge,
yeah, and
like looking at Joe, like, get this under control now.
and Hunter walks behind them, and
Yeah.
you see him come out going,
Yeah, he goes like this. I saw. Oh my god! And that's facts. You can look that up. That's no conspiracy. There's a
That's a
video.
video.
There's a
There's
video,
a
and
video.
I'll pull it up if you want to try to take down my my videos. No, that's facts.
Did you hear Kamala's one of her latest quotes?
Oh god.
She
Who'd
said,
she steal it from?
No, she didn't steal this one.
Oh,
Nobody
man.
would say something this stupid. She said, AI is 2 letters. It stands for artificial intelligence. It's like, oh my gosh. Thank you for that information, Kamala.
I got to search this.
Yeah.
I have to search this real quick.
And then she also, in the same speech, I think, was saying transportation is all about getting people somewhere.
Oh my god.
This person could end up as our president. And, as bad as Biden is.
Oh, here we go. It's the first one right on Fox News.
She's a little bit worse.
Vice President Kamala Harris attempts to explain AI in the latest word salad gaffe. Kinda a fancy thing. Oh my god.
This lady is just, I don't know. I think what's happening is each vice president gets a little bit dumber because the president has to find somebody who's not as smart as he is. And so now that we have Joe Biden in the White House, that really lowers the bar for the vice president. So he has to have somebody
be more
really
stupid than him.
Stupid to make him look better.
So she says right here, I think the first part of the issue that should be articulated. She said articulate. Wow, that's a big word for her.
She didn't say pie chart though.
Not
this time.
Yeah. Is AI is kind of a fancy thing. First of all, it's 2 letters. It means artificial intelligence, but ultimately what it is, it's about machine learning. And so the machine is taught, and part of the issue here is what information is going on into the machine and will then determine, and we can predict then, if we think about what information is going in, what then will be produced in terms of decisions and opinions, and that may be made through that. What?
Well, I'm just impressed that she managed to count to 2. AI has 2 letters. That was impressive. That
ridiculed for nonsense comments. Transportation round. She can't be. Oh, here's what you were just talking about.
The transportation.
So to reduce it down to its most simple point, this is part of the issue that we have here, is thinking about what's going on in this decision, and then whether that decision is actually legitimate and reflective of the needs of the life experience of all people. Transparency in the process. AI. Oh, so I guess she didn't show where she says. Oh my! Here it is. This issue of transportation is fundamentally about just making sure that people have the ability to get where they need to go. It's that basic. Well, I think that's what transportation means.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think if you look it up in the dictionary, it's probably about moving people from one place to another.
Or just moving things, maybe.
Things.
Oh
people.
My God! And this woman is just crazy.
Well. She's entertaining. That's if you really want to be entertained.
And then, so there's, sorry for the ads, guys. Anyways, there's this video. Oh, no, they're not showing it. But he was like walking around. No one was talking to him. Everybody literally had their backs to this guy from Ukraine and Joe Biden. Mm-hmm. And there's a video of Joe Biden just kind of sitting there like, there's like 12 people around him. Everyone is ignoring this man. No one even cares for this man. Right? He doesn't make himself known. He doesn't make himself like, hey, I'm the president of the United States. Like, respect me. The way Trump, like, hey, move out the way.
And unfortunately, he didn't have a king to lead him around and tell him where to go.
Oh yeah, his handler. Yeah, he needs something.
The King of England had to act as Joe Biden's handler. But,
I saw that where he was like kind of moving him around. Yeah, this thing was.
But the Ukraine, Joe Biden is really kind of trapped into having to shovel a lot of money into Ukraine and all
Yeah,
the weapons into Ukraine because Zelensky, is
I
that his
think
name?
is that yeah Zelensky.
Zelensky
Think that's his name.
has all this dirt on Biden. I mean, that's where they've been laundering all the money for years and years and years since he was VP. So
Yeah.
now Zelensky, all he has to say is, "Hey, if you don't make sure I get $1 billion for the war or cluster bombs for the war, well,
Yep.
I'm going to let the world know what you did that was illegal."
And on top of that, it's funny how back in the day, a couple of years ago, YouTube was suppressing that article and that news story about how Joe Biden said that, like, if
Yeah.
you don't do this, I'm not giving you this money. And they were saying it's false news when there is a
And
video of
son of
him.
a thief.
There's
They
a
did it.
video of that dude sitting in a chair saying to the camera or talking to someone and recording him. And he's like, yeah,
He
guess what?
actually did what they accused Trump of and
Yeah.
impeached Trump for. So
And that, man, like,
that was
if
just
if you're corrupt, you're corrupt. Whatever. But I have a problem, with them putting stuff on other people, but they're doing it. Like you know what I mean?
well, it's like when I was a little kid, my sister and I had this thing at the dinner table. One of us would kick the other one under the table, and before the recipient of the kick could complain, the one who did the kicking would say, "Mom, she kicked me," or "Mom, he kicked me." So it was like you kick and go, "He kicked me," and so no, he kicked me.
That's the way.
Didn't
Yep.
work because the first one who complains. So yeah, you always blame the other person for doing what you're doing. Yeah.
What
Anyhow,
What do you think of the Sound of Freedom movie?
I am really looking forward to seeing it. I know it's going to be very difficult to watch. It's going to be
Facts.
heartrending. But what people need to realize, there is more slavery in America now than ever in history before.
Yep.
So they bring these kids, you know, that 60%, and this was in Newt Gingrich's book. I had to have my wife go back and read it again. She was reading to me while we were driving on the trip. And he said that 60% of the kids that come over the border are uh, are kidnapped or taken into slavery. And whether it's in indentured servitude or whether it's sex traffic or whatever.
So, Indiana Jones, woke trash. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, trash actress. She has screwed every movie she has been
Mhm.
on. She is all about this feminism, and she just wants to destroy every single famous guy movie out there. That's what
Yeah.
she does. Look what she's doing to James Bond. And look,
Yeah.
they had to. How much did they have to rewrite that script because she was coming in and it's like, well, Bond dies, I'm the new 007. And it's like, whoa, you just can't come in here and just kill James Bond.
No.
It's like this dude's been back. When was the first one? I don't remember, but you probably do.
Oh, the first one was
Yeah.
not Roger, was Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Uh,
What year was that?
that was in the 60s. That was because they had a Mach 1 Mustang from the 60s. It was really
Okay.
cool.
So you have from 1960s, and then that James Bond movie I think came out in 2019. The last one, the Quantum of
Yeah.
Solace or
Yeah,
something like
Quantum of
that. Yeah,
Solace.
where she was in it. You're just gonna sit there and try to take 80 years of classic James and say, hey, you know what? In this movie, let's just kill him off.
Well, and a whole series of books that were written. There
Mm.
is not a single female James Bond in any of the books. Now they're kind of boy, they would not go today. I mean, he talks about black people like he calls the driver of one of the car a negress, female black person is
Who
a
said that?
negress. The author of the book.
Oh, the book said that.
Yeah, so the books are a
Oh.
little bit on the racist side for today's generations that would really trigger a lot of people. But
Well, I mean, I don't know. Joe Biden said it.
yeah, Joe Biden said a lot of stuff.
He said the N word.
Yeah.
I mean, right point blank, and like in a what was it, press conference? He said it. Negro. He pretty much called it. He said that, right? I know
Yeah.
that for a fact. Look that up. Joe
Oh
Biden
yeah.
saying the N word. He said it.
Well, talked about we're gonna put y'all back in chains,
Oh yeah, that was yeah. And then he
and
said
he said that
the N word. Yeah, he said the N word.
poor people are just as smart as white people. Or
Oh yeah, he
well,
says
no,
poor kids are just as smart as white kids.
yeah, like okay,
And all that just gets flushed over, blah
oh,
blah. But back on the movie. So,
okay.
anyways,
Have you seen it?
yes, I saw it. Me
Oh,
and the wife went and saw it. Man,
did it tear your heart out?
it's very hard to sit through.
Mm-hmm.
Very hard, especially if you have kids. Oh man.
It took them 5 years to finally manage to get the theaters to show it. It was
Well,
done 5 years ago.
yeah, it was finished 5 years ago, but it didn't. So the problem was they were having trouble funding it to get into theaters.
Mm-hmm.
They took it to Netflix, shut it down because they wanted
Mm-hmm.
to stream it. They took it to Amazon, shut it down until finally they actually just raised the money themselves.
Well, actually, they took it to the same studio that handles the Chosen
Oh yeah,
TV
yeah, yeah,
series.
yeah. Angel Studios or
Angel
something.
Studios, and Angel
Yeah.
Studios got them in the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
So Angel Studios is doing a lot of great stuff.
Oh
They
yeah.
really are. I mean, if you haven't seen The Chosen, it is the best
Very
depiction
good.
of Jesus and the disciples that you've ever seen. Most of the things you come out of Hollywood, it's a little hokey, and it's pretty much like Jesus walking on the air because he's too holy to touch the ground, and
What?
it's just
Who? What movie did that?
well, I said practically.
Oh,
I said
practically. Okay, okay,
It's
practically.
like
Yeah,
he's just holier than everybody around.
yeah. They don't make
But
it like true to the
yeah,
story.
so the Chosen actually makes Jesus very relatable in a very believable way.
Right, right.
And it's really cool. And if you haven't seen it, you can pretty much see all the shows for free, and it's definitely worth seeing. Even if you're an atheist or an agnostic or something, you know it's good history.
And
It's
that's another thing is the media and everybody is trying to smear this as some Christian
some
movie,
QAnon movie.
QAnon Christian movie. When this movie was made before QAnon even came like
Yeah.
above water. So guys, it is not a Christian movie. This hits home here, especially here in Texas.
Mhm.
At the border, you have stuff like this. And this movie has knocked out Insidious 2 weekends in a row, tied it last weekend pretty much. Like they were pretty much like neck to neck,
Mhm.
right? You don't really say number one, number two whenever you're that close. It's kind of tie. When you're $1 million off, that's a tie,
Yeah.
right? And then knocked out Indiana Jones. I mean, I don't think Indiana Jones was even up there,
No.
but
Which and it's a very good movie, and all the podcasts that I was paying attention to, they were knocking it as woke and all that. I didn't see anything woke about Indiana Jones. I think
Really?
it's one of the better things that Disney has put out in a
well,
long
that's
time.
because they had to rewrite almost the entire script. Why? Because the ending was Phoebe Waller-Bridge like literally killing Indiana Jones. Literally.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah. So the first ending was Indiana Jones was like, okay, she sacrifices him and pretty much says, I'll take it from here, and grabs his hat, puts it on herself, and then he was like, good luck. And then like he dies. They didn't say how, but like that was the story.
Well, he almost died in this movie.
He was supposed to die.
Yeah, so maybe that was how he actually did die. But
Yeah.
I loved what they did with Karen Allen at the end. Where does it not?
I don't care. You can do the spoilers.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna see it, man. I don't like that actress. I don't like her.
Karen Allen?
No.
Oh,
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Oh, okay.
I do not like her, man. She
Yeah.
is her,
It's-
Kathleen Kennedy, and that other director. They are just like they're just sodomites, man.
Yeah.
They're like locusts. They move to like studio to studio, just destroying everything.
But it's really good. It's really, really good, and it's very satisfying. I'm surprised that Kathleen Kennedy wasn't able to ruin this one like she did so many other
because of the
movies.
backlash. So a lot of stuff got out. I follow this guy on YouTube, Overlord DVD, and he has a lot of insider leaks. And for the past year, like I said, they had to, Indiana Jones literally was like a $330 million movie.
I believe it. I believe it.
No,
Really.
that is crazy.
Uh-huh.
I mean, like even the Star Wars movies don't even hit 200 million to make.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars.
But Indiana Jones was always right up there with Star Wars.
Right, not anymore, man. They killed that off, man. They did terrible. I mean, Kingdom of Crystal Skull was it wasn't too bad. I mean, I think Shia LaBeouf made it pretty funny, but the storyline of aliens and coming here, and then we found their skull. I was just like, whatever. Like it wasn't really satisfying to me, but
since you haven't seen it, I would recommend.
Oh, I'm not gonna see it. You can talk whatever you want about
fine.
it.
You don't have to.
I'm not gonna.
Well,
anything with that woman, I'm not gonna
watch
see
it for free. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll wait until it comes streaming on Disney, which it'll probably be in about a week.
Oh, I wouldn't watch anything on Disney,
but
I won't subscribe to them or give them any money. So, although I did give them money with seeing the movie in a theater, but but I'm not gonna subscribe to their.
But they're trying to say that this is a Christian movie. Don't go see. I mean, no. If you can be atheist, Mormon, Christian, but this movie hits everybody home because it is happening. It is real.
It's
a true story.
It's a very important
true story
to watch. And
yes,
I'm definitely going to go see it. It's just the only reason I haven't.
I can't believe you saw this. You went to see Indiana 5 and you didn't even see this yet.
I will see it,
man.
So I wouldn't have seen Indiana 5 because of what all the podcasters said and all that before they knew.
Yeah.
But my buddy that was my best man had gone to see it, and he says you got to see it. It's amazing.
Okay.
So I went ahead and saw it.
Yeah, friends say you got to see. You kind of got to go see it.
Yeah.
Well, friends telling you that's let's go see that movie, so you have to go see that one.
So, off the movie topic, have you heard about what Justice Sonia Sotomayor's been doing?
I'm about to look that up real quick.
Okay, so and the mainstream news is kind of covering it up. But she wrote a book. Right?
What's her name? How do you spell her name?
Sotomayor. Hang on, just a second.
There we go. Sonia Sotomayor. Justice.
So
this one
book,
is she.
It's all right. You can write a book, whatever.
Is she a liberal? Is she liberal, conservative?
Yeah, she's an Obama appointee.
Oh, okay, yeah, then that's definitely far left.
She wrote a book about her life and coming up, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So what she did, though, that is highly illegal and unethical, and all right, is she started having her staff that we pay for go to schools and libraries, and she would go give this very expensive speech there, but her staff members would take crates of her books and say, you have to buy these or she's not going to speak. So she coerced these schools and libraries into buying her books using our tax money. All right. And it's very unethical. So Simon & Schuster, I believe, is the publishing company, and they've got several cases that are going before the Supreme Court. She's not gonna recuse herself, and she's gonna push in favor of Simon & Schuster because they published her book and they're giving her millions of dollars. So she's
what was the book about?
About her life and coming up and becoming an iconic figure or something like that. The first Hispanic female on the Supreme Court, or
man, why does that even matter, bro? That stuff really makes who cares, man? It's like I want the best.
Yeah, the melanin in your skin,
it don't matter.
Counts for nothing.
Nothing.
It's what's between your ears.
Yes,
that counts.
Hate that, man.
So yeah,
even as a Hispanic and Native American mix and stuff, I hate that. I hate it. Like, Obama appointed her because she's female Hispanic. Who cares? Can she get the job done?
Kamala Harris. Biden said beforehand, whoever the vice president is, she's going to be a woman of color. Why? If she ends up being a woman of color, that's fine. Pick the best candidate. Pick the
Best one.
person who's going to do the best job.
Yeah.
Regardless of race, regardless of gender, who cares?
Man, at this point, I would have taken a reptilian as a vice president over Kamala. But sometimes she
chimpanzee would be.
Man, I'll take a grown ape over that because, man, at least they know the difference between right and wrong. They know what to do, what not to do. Train them better than her.
By the way, I am not calling Kamala Harris a chimpanzee. I'm saying a chimpanzee would be a better VP. So,
I didn't even think about that. Yo, speaking of that, you know, Disney likes doing race swapping.
Yeah.
They should race swap Tarzan.
Yeah. And gender swap them at the same time.
At the same time.
And make Jane a
dude. Dude, make Jane a dude.
Or transgender.
It's still a dude. That dude's another dude looking at that dude. You know that's from?
Did you?
Tropic Thunder?
Oh, yeah. By the way, speaking of transgenders and dudes and what, you heard that Dylan Mulvaney came out and said he prefers girls over guys. So
that dude's a fake, bro.
Yeah. He's a male lesbian. Or no, he's a transgender lesbian.
That dude ain't no woman, bro.
I know he's not.
They have him on film. Who was? Oh, that you can't even find anymore. They have it on film saying like, "Oh yeah, I figured this out, blah blah, and I'm just gonna play this role."
Yeah, he's an actor.
He is straight acting, and he crushed Bud Light, man. He crushed Bud Light. I give him props to do that to Bud Light, to a company, make him so woke. That dude
isn't he in hiding now?
Yeah. There's a video of him on Twitter we were just looking at. He's like, I can't believe I got to go to another country because I don't feel safe in my own. That's even great. Good. Get the hell out of my country. I fought for this country. I don't need him in there. He can leave. And everyone else that doesn't like America, they can leave too.
I wish they would. We need to find a place where we can send them. Okay, here's a nice. Let's just give them California. Let them all move to California and.
Nah, they need to go back to Russia where that girl, that basketball player, now do you see she stands for the flag now?
Oh, does she?
She stands for the flag now. She's
like
this.
I know that.
Bro, she stands taller than anybody. You look at her, look at the WNBA national anthem. Bro, she's the first one off the bench.
I had no idea. No, I did not know that.
She's like this. Her chin is up, like first one off the bench. It said no stand, but she's already standing.
I typically don't watch professional sports anymore. I got so sick of all the kneeling.
Oh, same too.
It just made me sick to my stomach. I don't need football. I don't need basketball. I don't need baseball. These guys can have it. If they want to be all woke and kneel for the national anthem and stuff, I don't need to see it.
Yeah, like let's kneel for the national anthem because everyone's oppressed while I'm making $20 million contracts per year.
They're not getting my money.
Nah, no. I mean, I'll watch football and stuff like that, but it just, and luckily, you know, I mean, I'm a Cowboy fan, and I'm glad Jerry Jones, and everyone thinks he's a racist because he didn't allow them to kneel. It's like, nah, man, because he's an American. He's like, this is my country. I built, or, this is my football team, not country. Sorry. He's like, this is my football team. I built it. I did this. I did that. You're not going to do it. And that's just a boss telling his employees, you're not going to do it. I'm pretty sure everyone go up to your boss and say, hey, I'm not doing this today. See how that shit works out. That's exactly what it is. Those players are like, we're doing and the boss says, no, you're not.
What about the team in San Francisco that brought in the Sisters of, what was it called? Anyway.
The Catholic thing.
The Catholic thing, the anti-Catholic thing.
Yeah, they made like fun of the nuns or something?
Yeah.
I saw that, man. I didn't read too much into that. What was up with that?
Well, they decided to bring in the Sisters of, I can't think of the name of it.
It's some crazy stuff. I saw a picture of them.
Thing, but it was very anti-Christian, anti-Catholic. It was
for the baseball game. The baseball
game.
Yeah.
Of course, then a lot of people a lot of Christians or a lot of Catholics blocked the gates and wouldn't let people in, which I think in this
free country to protest.
Yeah.
Free country to protest.
I agree with that. You know, it's just like, hey, you're gonna come against me and my beliefs.
I mean, BLM blocked the streets, didn't they? Free country to protest, right?
The
highways. Then they got ran
over. Bridges.
They learned real quick on I-35. Don't do that.
Did they? No, I didn't hear
You
about
didn't read that?
No.
Oh my god. Yeah, in
Well,
20.
Texans don't put up with that.
Hell
kind of
no,
crap.
man. It's like a black guy ran over black kids on the bridge on the new bridge on I-35, the one that
Oh,
has the big,
yeah.
the one that
Oh,
they built,
okay.
right? That one.
Okay.
And it,
Yeah.
you know how like finished like gotten built like 2019 or
Uh
something.
huh. Really
Okay,
cool looking bridge.
it is very beautiful bridge, especially at night. So they were blocking that bridge, and you had this redneck black guy, big old Chevy truck. You know, he's honking, telling him to get the hell out the way, blah, blah. Cowboy hat. Kind of looked like Joe Patrick, but it wasn't Joe Patrick
Mm-hmm.
because this truck was black. His is orange. But the news news cameras were on top filming and stuff like that. And next thing you know, that dude, you just see and it was a diesel. So you just saw black smoke coming out. I was like, oh man, he flooring it. Now he just goes, bop, 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 bop. Now he didn't run them over. He hit them and they got pushed out the side because they're moved. He didn't run anybody over. He hit them and they kind of just went to the side.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is, the reason why you didn't hear about that story is because it was a black man who ran over Black Lives Matters protesters. And
heaven forbid it was a white person or a non-black person.
And you know what the funny thing is? I don't think any of the people he ran over were black. Or he hit. I think they were all white.
The BLM protesters were white.
80% of them are white. Yeah. 80% of them are white. And every little thing, they're all white boys, white girls.
Yeah.
You know, I
spoiled rich kids.
Spoiled rich kids. And you know what? I'm glad I rarely see any Mexicans in there or Hispanics because we know bullshit when we see it. Man, that's some bullshit. Like,
and the only people, there were 4 people that benefited from all the millions of dollars that got donated to Black Lives Matter.
Oh yeah, that lady.
The lady that started it and a couple of her friends, and they bought these big mansions and whatever.
She bought 4 of them, didn't she?
Yeah.
Now she sold 2 because she doesn't have no money to keep up with them. Dumbass.
I didn't hear about that. But.
Yeah, she had to sell 2 of them. She has the other 2. You know,
and you still have people donating to BLM.
Man, they're morons. Yeah, I don't know.
So
I don't know what the hell is wrong with these people. Like I swear to God, if I saw something that said like what is it? Latino lives, LLM. If I saw that, I would literally just be like, y'all are stupid.
Oh.
Like you're stupid. And whenever a good example, whenever that white dude that what is it, Beto, right?
Beto O'Rourke.
That dude is not Beto. His name is Robert.
Yeah.
There ain't no, and it's not Beto, it's Beto. Beto. And everyone's like, Beto. I'm like, dude, he's like his last name's O'Rourke, which means it's the most Irish name you can get at. O'Rourke, right? Anything with an O, you're Irish. So you're talking.
The Democrat Party didn't really care that much whether he won or not.
Nah,
he got enough people to the polls to change a whole bunch of other races.
Yeah.
And got a whole bunch of people that lost their seats because there weren't enough people voting for them or
something like that. But either way, he tries to like cater to now, there are a couple of Latino people that I know that, you know, fall into his trap. I'm like, dude, I'm more Latino than him, and I don't even speak as much Spanish as he does. If that fool came up to me speaking Spanish, I would tell him, hey, bro, you know you're in America, right? Mm-hmm. You know, I fought for this country. I signed up in the Marine Corps to fight for this country. What the hell have you done besides, you know, trying to trick my people into thinking of voting for you? Like, hell no.
Pandering to different groups of people is racism. I'm sorry. It is just out and out racism. And so when you say things like, when the Supreme Court passed the thing against bringing in the numbers in the schools, I forget what the term is. Well, I forget a lot of things now. Well, they just last week they came against schools being able to admit people just because they're black.
You're talking about affirmative action.
Affirmative action. Why couldn't I think of that?
Yeah. Okay.
So, and then you have people coming on, well, how are black people ever going to get in school again when they have to compete with all these other people get. It's like, I'm sorry, are you saying that black people are too stupid to get in school? That's just
That
racist.
that black lady said that on the news.
I know.
She
I know.
literally, she didn't even say. She might as well said that.
Yeah.
She
Well,
might
that's
as well
pretty much what
said.
they're saying.
She might as
Black
well
people,
said, yeah, like black
black
people.
people aren't as talented or smart as any of the other races that are
So
trying to get in
we
school.
have
So
to
we
let
have to
let them in because they're not smart enough.
compassionate racism.
She
That's all
she
that
might as well have
is.
said that, bro. When I heard that, I was like, no way she just said that on the
Oh
news.
man,
No
I
way.
I
I
read one
was
of her
like,
tweets and I went, oh my gosh, can this person even see what that they're saying? It's just
so there's what we were just talking about. Look, here it is. Here it is. They just released it just now. This just came up.
oh,
I just saw it on Twitter. They just
Dylan
really.
Mulvaney
Here
takes
it
off
is.
for Peru.
Takes off for Peru. Claims U.S. is too scary after Bud Light disaster. I told you,
All he
man.
has to do is take off his makeup and nobody will recognize him.
Yeah. If I saw you, Dylan, my advice to you, bro, this is my advice, straight up, because this is what I would do. Apologize. Say, hey, man, I found an algorithm that worked to become famous. I took advantage of it. That's what happened. Sorry, I like girls, and I'm not really a woman. This is all for show. That's it. Just come out and say it. Whatever.
He's already made buku bucks doing it.
Yeah, just
So
do it, and then take your money,
just
and then
retire.
leave US and go. That's all you have to
We don't
do,
need you
man.
here.
Look at this guy.
Uh,
He doesn't even look like a chick, bro. Like, if you're gonna do it, at least look like one. Like, he doesn't
act like a chick either.
he doesn't act like one. He don't look like one. And he's
he acts
putting
like a parody of a chick.
yeah, and he's
Chick is probably not a very politically correct word.
acts like a
Girl.
lady, woman, girl.
Lady, yeah.
Like, what? Look at this. This dude is just
Goofy looking.
yeah, man.
Uh,
I can't with this kid, bro. How old is this kid?
I don't know.
He's like
Probably
23,
his
20,
20s, I don't know.
early 20. Oh, man, this dude is just lost his marbles. This cheese slid off his cracker, man. That's all I got to say. That is gone. Anyways, but yeah, I just saw that. Just came out on Twitter. They just broke that. And then, and then the latest news. Did you hear about this right here? The FBI talking about they didn't violate. They're trying to suppress the Hunter Biden laptop.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or when they did, they're trying to say to that judge that it's not, they didn't mess with the First Amendment. It's like, bro, you suppressed everybody that said Hunter Biden's laptop is real. You suppressed all those stories.
And even
Zuckerberg did too. Yeah.
Even Jeff Bezos said, "Yeah, they told me to do it."
Yeah, he blatantly admitted to it, and then so did Mark.
Yeah.
Zuckerberg, he was like, oh, yeah, we did this. So we kind of just put it, at the bottom of the feed. We didn't suppress it. We just didn't show it to a lot of people.
Well, and you
Like,
didn't
what?
dare put any information about it on platforms like Facebook because they would put you in Facebook prison for a week.
Oh, yeah. That happened to my buddy. Yeah.
Oh, I've been in Facebook prison a few times. I don't have any tattoos to prove it, but and I'm still as fat as I ever was. I didn't work out while I was in there.
It's right here. Look, Representative Hagman says, do you really expect the American public to believe that you were not involved in the decisions related to the social media companies to suppress the First Amendment rights of American citizens? The director, I can only speak to what the facts are. Oh, my God. This dude, man.
Only speak to what the facts are.
And
only the facts that we want you to know. I can only speak to the facts
what Joe
that we want you
Biden
to
says, we believe truth over fact.
Exactly. And you know what? That is a true statement because they define what truth is.
Yeah.
They can't define what fact is, so they redefine truth. That's really what the Democrats believe. They believe in their truth over
and that's
fact.
it. If you're not with their side, you ain't with nobody.
Well, look at all the people that are still in prison over January.
I cannot believe that.
They're mistreating these people. They're keeping them from having their civil rights.
Yeah.
They're not feeding them right.
Look, see, there it is right there. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's really disgusting what they're doing. And they're calling them insurrectionists. Well, I'm sorry. In an insurrection, aren't you supposed to have weapons and aren't you supposed to kill people? That's what an insurrection is, right?
Very true.
Can you have a peaceful insurrection?
Very true.
Oh, but five policemen died. No, no, they didn't. Nobody got bashed over the head with a what did they say it was? A fire extinguisher. Nobody got bashed. They made that up. No cops got bashed over the head with a fire
No,
extinguisher.
there was no blood, nothing like
There was
that in
no.
all the video, anything. No,
So one cop died of a heart attack. Another one committed suicide later on. It
he
just
didn't commit
they
suicide. He got Clintoned.
that's a big
He got
possibility.
Clinton,
Yeah.
man. He definitely got Clinton. So, on to the next story. What do you think about that chick? Because you're very my other friends and stuff like. Did you read about this chick?
No,
You didn't hear about this chick?
Kenny, the internet has found every Karen who's ever lived, yet no one has been able to identify the lady who saw the
That MF that is not real. You didn't hear about this story?
the girl on the plane that kept on pointing to the hoodie guy and saying he's not a real person.
Yeah.
Which that was weird enough, but when they showed the video of the guy that wasn't real, he was kind of bizarre.
He looked really weird.
He looked really weird too. Yeah, I completely. Yeah, I just saw that. I just saw that on was it Gutfeld? I guess.
Oh, Gutfield?
Gutfeld,
That dude's
yeah,
funny.
he is funny.
Yeah, that
That's the
dude's
only
funny.
thing. That's the only thing left on Fox News that I watch is Gutfeld.
Hmm.
I don't-
Yeah. So, what do you think about that story?
I find it rather odd. I think she's got some issues in her head, and I think I don't know what to think about him because he didn't say anything. He just kept on giving weird looks and never took his hoodie off.
So there was a guy that he was about 3 rows in front of them to the right because
Uh-huh.
he was saying they were on the left hand side of the plane in the back,
Mhm.
like almost close to the back. And he was close to the back, but he was 3 rows in front of them on the right side,
Okay.
on the opposite side of the aisle, right? So he created a TikTok, or he didn't create a TikTok account, but he has, and he was like, "Hey, I was on the plane, I saw this lady," and he was saying this is what happened: that she was talking to this dude in the hoodie, and the dude in the hoodie never talked, but she was talking to him like a full blown conversation.
Interesting.
Like, oh yeah, where are you going? This, oh cool, that's cool. Yeah, I'm flying out to, this to go visit this, blah blah. And that the dude was, he said he was just kind of he said they were being a little loud because she had a couple of drinks, and that the dude was kind of looking at her, and
So telepathy? I don't know.
yeah, that's what they're thinking. And so then that he looked at the chick, and I think that he blinked this way, like Men in Black, like the
Ah.
movie Men in Black. He blinked sideways, and that's when he said she was like, "Oh hell no!" And then she got up out of her chair, and that's whenever she started going on ranting about he's not real.
Hmm.
And then he goes on to say after she left that he looked back at the dude and was like, looking at him, and that he looked at the dude, he smiled, and he said he saw the blink really quick, but he knew it wasn't a blink of up and down, it was blink like sideways.
See, I hadn't heard any of this.
Yeah.
But I mean, as long as he offered ID and paid for his trip, I think aliens should be able to travel too, right?
Oh yeah, I mean that's
No problem. He didn't kill anybody or suck their brains out or anything. No, but that's interesting. I'm gonna have to read up more on this and see.
yeah,
If
that
there's
was great. So that's why they're saying no one can find this chick.
more. Oh, she disappeared.
Yeah. That's what he's saying. That this person, I find it uncanny that the internet has found every Karen who's ever lived on the internet, like the Karens, screaming and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yet no one has been able to identify the lady who saw that the MF that is not real. No one knows her name. No one knows it.
Well, if she had a ticket and a seat, the airlines has to know her name.
Yeah.
It's
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's like the cocaine. Nobody knows who found it. Nobody knows where it was. Nobody knows who left it behind. So maybe that's another White House cocaine story or something.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Let me see
I
what
guess
else.
we'll find out. The Secret Service is supposed to release the information tomorrow.
Oh,
I don't want to see him.
the FBI is still scrambling to find who left cocaine in the White House on Independence Day.
You
There's
know, there's a whole site. There's a whole site of stuff that was on his laptop.
I bet it's crazy.
I hadn't really had a chance to look for it and explore it. I don't know that I really want to see it because it's a lot of uh, pornographic kind of crap.
So someone made a Twitter account that says Hunter Biden's Coke bag.
Hmm.
And he says, did they ever find out whose Hunter bag of Coke belonged to at the White House?
Huh. I wonder if it had a.
People are crazy, man.
I wonder if it was put in a red and white striped bag with a beanie on it. You know,
It was something.
where's Waldo's cocaine?
Tim Pool,
Where's Waldo?
Tim Pool tweets some funny stuff, man.
Oh yeah, I like Tim Pool.
Yeah. Let me see. Let's see what
He
he
has some
tweets
good
here.
insight on a lot of things.
Yeah, he's a very good journalist.
So that's kind of a icky story.
The good guys won all the wars throughout history. Andrew
Oh,
Tate, if you are naive enough to believe that there are good guys and the bad guys in wars, and it's simple as good as bad, you need to do a little more investigation.
I was listening to a little of this conversation with Tucker, this bald guy in Tucker earlier.
His bald guy. You don't know who this dude is?
Well, I don't know his name.
This
but
is OG Triple G to
Yeah.
the Gangsta G. The
but
man.
they're accusing
man.
him of trafficking girls because he was friendly to them and they went on TikTok, and so he says they're accusing him
Yeah.
of forcing them to go on TikTok and then stealing the money that they make from their videos,
Yeah.
which is
dumb because he has more money than they could even fathom.
well, and that's the only way though they don't they can incarcerate him without having to prove anything because of
because he's in Romania.
because they're calling it trafficking.
Yeah, and it's
So
Romania.
if they said he had assaulted them or something like that, then they wouldn't be able to hold him the way they are. But because they're saying that well, you have to watch the Tucker.
Yeah, I'm
interview.
gonna watch that. I'm definitely am gonna watch that. And then, oh yeah, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I follow him. People are like, "Oh, you're this." It's like, okay, I follow Robert F. Kennedy, and he's a
kinda
Democrat.
It's kind of hard to believe that there's an honest Democrat out there.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. I mean,
that's just that's just unbelievable that there's actually an honest one that's not lying about everything.
what I mean, like, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. Well, yeah. So you know how to tell when a Democrat is lying, right?
Oh gosh.
When their lips are moving. Yeah. Oh, Joe Biden is so dishonest he has to have the Secret Service call his dog for him.
I don't even think he knows he has a dog.
I don't know if he does or not. But
Oh yeah, my buddy was like, "Hey, on your podcast tonight, make sure you say F Joe Biden."
just say
Let's go, Brandon.
yeah.
Let's go, Brandon.
Well, even Joe says that.
Oh, I saw him. Yeah, it's a.
Does he even know what that means?
I don't know, man. Did you see that creepy video of him whenever he was like?
I saw lots of creepy videos.
No,
of
he
him.
he was like leaned over to this baby, and he's like, "Don't tell your mom I said this." And the mom's like holding the baby, and he's like, he goes, he sniffed her, and then he goes, "Did you hear what I said?" All right, and then like the lady's recording, and Joe he sits there and is like, and then she goes, "No, I'm recording." And he goes, "Oh, you're recording." It's like, dude, do you not see the red dot? Like, the man doesn't even know when you're taking a picture recording. He's gone, man. At this point, it's elder abuse, man.
Yeah. Well, it was elder abuse. It was spousal abuse for his wife to let him run in the first place.
And that needs to be investigated. I think she did that on purpose because she wanted to be a first lady. I don't think she even gave a shit about Joe.
Fake Dr. Jill. You know?
I ain't never seen her operate on nobody.
She's got
Who'd she operate on?
I don't know. I don't know what her
Exactly.
doctorate is
You know
in.
what? My wife
Like
can look
underwater
all. My
basket
wife
weaving
can
or
look
something.
all that up, man. I'm gonna see what her
Yeah.
credentials are, because my wife can look up every doctor in the United States because she does all the credentialing for that. So I'm gonna say, hey,
Hmm.
go look up Joe Biden. Joe Biden. I want to see what this woman doctored. Watch her be like a psychiatrist telling kids to go hang themselves or
It's like
something. Like, man,
sociology or something offbeat like that. She's got a doctorate, so you got to call her Dr. Jill. Okay.
she got a doctor on. She needs to doctor up Joe Biden, man. That dude is running on fumes.
She would do,
I
it would be
mean,
medical malpractice if she
I
did
don't know, man.
anything.
She needs to go lather him up, give him his Pepto Bismol for the night, and then put him to bed.
By the way, speaking of medical stuff, that strap mark across his face, I'm going to tell you
Oh
something. I use a
man,
CPAP machine,
it don't do
and that
that.
strap was not a CPAP strap.
What do you think it was? You know what it was?
Oxygen or
No,
something.
hell no.
What was it?
It was the ball gag.
Okay.
You never seen one?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Okay, so you know what I'm
But
talking about.
yeah,
That's what
but
that was, man. That was a
I
ball
don't know.
gag
I
strap.
don't know if he's virile enough, virile enough. I can't say the word to participate in something like that anymore.
I don't think he participated. I think it was forced. His wife probably did it to him.
Just to keep him shut up. Hmm.
Yeah,
I hadn't heard that theory before. That's
that was, man. It was a straight, just it
yeah,
was one solid strap.
right. And it
One
was
solid.
really impressed in there.
Very, yeah. You're telling me that that's gonna come from an oxygen machine? Doesn't the oxygen like come up? I've seen one. It comes up like two, right? Because it wraps around
Yeah.
your head, right?
I never had to wear an oxygen
Or
thing,
the
so I don't know.
CPAP
But
thing.
the CPAP is just, yeah, it's very comfortable. Mine goes up over
Upwards
the
though.
head,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. That's what
but
I'm saying.
they have all kinds of them.
I don't know,
Mine
man.
is just over the nose, and they've got the full face ones too.
That don't look
So,
like no
but
CPAP
they
machine.
don't leave
Yes, man.
marks anymore because
Yeah,
you
that's
don't
what
wear them
was
that
weird.
tight. So I
Well, the
don't know.
funny thing was, last podcast was I was looking through and I saw Sound of Freedom advertised on Twitter, and then right under it was a video of Joe Biden touching little kids. It's like, man, that algorithm was on point. It's like, go Elon. Let's
Well,
go.
it's really sad that our government officials are involved in the
Oh, 100%.
trafficking. It's
100%.
just
Dude,
sick.
I think there's so many people up in that hierarchy that are involved in that, which is why they're
Mm.
scared of this movie, which is why they didn't want to fund this movie, which is why they're suppressing this movie. I mean, you can't even talk about that on the only thing and Facebook was forced to put the movie on there like
Mhm.
watching Sound of Freedom, because the very first week you couldn't do it. When you went to like watching at a theater, or it's like, like whoever is watching and then it shows the
Uh-huh.
movie, you couldn't find Sound of Freedom.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they're even more afraid of Mel Gibson's movie that's going to be coming out.
Isn't it Passion of Christ Part 2 called The
Well,
Risen or
no,
something like that, right?
there is that one too, but he's putting out a movie about the pedophilia and whatever in
In Hollywood, right?
Hollywood,
Yeah.
and in, I think it's in Washington too. It's all tied together. There's this
They're all
huge
tied together.
pedophile network, and I think that's the way a lot of the politicians are controlled
Oh
and
yeah.
made to do
Easy.
exactly what they want those politicians to do,
Easy.
because if you don't do what we tell you to do, we've got all this stuff that's hidden in your closet, we can expose you. So John Roberts, when he refuses to hear things on the Supreme Court, they're blackmailing him, they're threatening him, and he has to do what they say.
That's the same thing like with the music industry. They do all that like homophobic stuff in the music industry, hence a lot of music artists and stuff like that was talking about Puff Daddy doing that stuff to
Mm-hmm.
him. Like, isn't it weird? How long has it been since Puff Daddy had a girl? What was it, J-Lo? What was that, the 90s?
I don't know. I don't pay much attention.
There you go. Yeah. You don't see him with that. And then there was music artists that were like, oh, Puff Daddy did this and blah, blah, blah. And he made me do this. And then also stuff with like Drake and what they do, what is said, and some of these rappers, you can find this on the internet, the videos of these rappers talking about, they'll make you do these things, they'll video it, take pictures, everything, and reiterate your point. They'll say, we have this stuff on you. If you don't do what we say, we're going to throw this out and expose it, and your life will be over.
Yeah.
But then look at it this way. It's like they push the gay agenda so hard to not hate people that are gay. Why would they take those pictures, if they do have them, and then expose them? Aren't you not supposed to hate someone that is not gay? How would they use that gay photo against them when their agenda is love gay people?
Yeah. I don't know.
And that's what I don't get.
Well, and I think it's just a bizarre world. You know, they're pandering to this group of people that make up less than a percentage point of the overall population.
Yeah, I think they're like, what, 0.07 or something?
Yeah, something like that. And they're blaming conservatives for being homophobic and all this. We're not.
Heck no, I don't care if you're gay, be gay.
You know, yeah. But the thing is, if I'm going to work, I don't talk about my hetero sex life or my hetero pride. That's private stuff. I keep that to myself.
True.
I don't want you shoving your sex life in my face either. I'm kind of, if somebody starts talking about their sex life, whether it's gay or straight or anything, I'm really kind of offended. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, even like if my friend starts, I'm like, whoa, bro, that's your girl. Like, I don't want to hear that crap. And that goes to other people. Like, I don't want that stuff thrown in my face all the time. I don't want this thrown in my face. I don't want pride thrown in my face. And, you know, like, God, thank God.
Keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
Keep it to yourself and nobody cares.
No one actually cares. There's been gay people since Christian Bible times of before Jesus, hence Sodom and Gomorrah. There's been gay people forever. Like, just keep to yourself. Like,
You know,
we don't want
that's
to.
the thing. I've got gay friends that are conservative and gay friends that are liberal and whatever.
Same.
But they don't shove it in my face. They don't talk about it. I've got one gay friend that doesn't even know that I know he's gay, and who cares? I don't care.
Me neither.
You know, he doesn't need to know that I know. It's fine. It's just,
so he doesn't know.
You go be you.
Yeah.
You know? And it's none of my business what you are. It's none of my business what your sex life is. It's none of my business who you like and who you don't like. So, you know.
No, that's very true, man. Very true. But
we need to kind of wrap it up.
Yeah, we got to wrap it up, man. So that's going to be episode number 5.
We've been all over the place.
Well, that's what I like doing. Yeah. That's why I like talking about this podcast, man. It goes everywhere. It hits all subjects. It's not something that's just dating, or it's not something that's just politics. I love it. We talk. I'm going to have one of my friends on here, technology, you know, and that we can talk AI next podcast. I got a buddy that's coming over. Me and him, we're going to be talking like strict just gaming podcast, you know, talk about games, you know, so that's why I made this.
I would have brought up something technology and AI, but on vacation, I didn't do any research. And so I had nothing new to talk about, even though there's so much.
Oh, there's so much more, man. There's so much more, but we will definitely get into that discussion.
Oh yeah.
Next podcast.
So yeah. And don't forget, you know, leave a comment. Tell us what you want to hear us talk about. Tell us what we talked about that you don't want to hear about.
For sure. Yeah. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, that's cool, man. Give it a thumbs down. And your opinions are free.
Definitely poke around back down there where the subscribe button is. See if you can find that. You know, as you click around down there with your mouse, maybe you can actually accidentally click on the subscribe button. That would.
And I'll tell you a little secret on that after the podcast. I'm not exposing my secrets on the podcast, but I'll tell you after.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure if people look for it, they can find it. You know.
I'll tell you something, but we'll say. Okay. Anyways, thanks guys for watching. This is episode number 5 with Ron Edwards. He's the owner of Big Feet Creations, does graphic design here in Dallas. His socials will be down below in the description, under the panel description at the very bottom. So if you're looking for any type of prints, any type of business cards, designs, anything, he's done my business cards. He's done some designs for me. He designed our Millennial Mind podcast logo. Thank you for that.
Do you know
Great.
I've been doing this for 35 years? I was figuring that out the other day.
Yeah, you told that.
And I was
Yeah,
just
you
like,
said that.
"Ooh." I guess I said that in the last podcast that I was in, but
Yeah,
it's still hard for me to believe. I'm
for
not even
sure.
that old yet.
No, you're not, man.
So,
You're not. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. Like if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it. I almost said that bad word. And subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one.
bye.